Credit score. Underwater. Goat. Axe Peen.
Little update on. And that's our show.
Evil.
Oh my God.
This is so good. Oh, we live? I haven't done that in a while.
Angry.
I know it does. It's been a while.
All right, suppressing the rage.
Almonds out of my teeth.
Yeah, just eating almonds, the quietest podcast snack. That actually reminds me of
Still SMR.
a little funny, just little quip that Cassie and I had the other day. Like how funny it would be if a marketing for like a chip bag. It's like now with a new louder bag. And they just put it right on the front. You're like, fuck yeah.
Dude, I could totally. That's like a 90s.
That's like a Doritos
commercial where it's like they go, and it's like the neighbors go, ah! You know, and then it cuts back to them.
Now with a new louder bag.
Yep. And the neighbors are like, hey!
Yeah.
Banging on the wall. Dude, that may have happened.
We have to start a chip company. Just so we can
do
happen.
that commercial.
Quick update on the studio.
Make a fake one.
We're not Smurfs anymore. That's good. Took some
Looks
time. Fixed it up. So that's
work.
fun. Yeah, thanks. I have a quick story before we get into the show.
Oh.
Just because I have to share the most Spokane thing that I've seen in a while. And if you're not aware of Spokane... Beautiful downtown Spokane. It's not aware of how Spokane it is. Like, you just don't know. Like, you live in it like the Matrix. Like, it's right... You know, it's like right on your face, but you can't see all of it until you step back and look at it or go somewhere else and then come back.
Drive downtown.
Yeah. And you're like, oh, okay. Anyway, just had to share this because it fucking cracked up. First of all, there was a cop right in front of me, which not that important to the story because if I was that police officer, I wouldn't have fucking dealt with this shit. And on the sidewalk, there was a guy hunched over, so it looked like either the worst back problems or some drugs. You know,
or he was in the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Notre Dame.
Like, you know how that, like, you know, that lean, that drug lean.
Oh, yeah. The drug lean.
The fentanyl lean, whatever the hell it is.
Completely hunched over, like, when you're stretching out your
scoliosis.
thighs.
Scoliosis.
Scoliosis.
Oh, scoliosis. So he's bending over, but he's also pushing a lawnmower.
Oh, okay.
Down the sidewalk.
Was it running?
No. Not that I heard. Or the world's quietest push lawnmower. And then on top of the lawnmower were all of his groceries.
Did he have like a makeshift basket or anything? Or they were
just stacked on top of his push lawnmower. And they could see the milk like shaking on top of the motor.
Just ready to go at any point.
And the cop had his blinker on and then just waited for this guy to push his lawnmower grocery cart bent over through the crosswalk and then just kept going.
Oh, he was crossing the street?
Yes.
All of his shit falls out and he's got everyone's waiting to go. The light turns green.
And the cop's like, God damn it, puts it in park.
Because that happens all the time.
Oh, yeah.
I drive downtown and people are just walking across the street with a green light.
Yeah, they don't care. They're like, please kill me.
Yeah.
All right, anyway, back to the show. It is. It's getting wild. Episode 121. If you want to get the bonus content, you do that by signing up on Patreon, patreon.com/CanYouDon'tPodcast. New merch in the store. Reminder, we have the ongoing giveaway happening right now, CanYouDon'tPodcast.com. That's where you find all of our merch. And between now and Halloween, if you buy any piece of Can You Don't merch, you have a chance to win. And the choice is either you can send something to us. We'll cover the shipping. It's got to be reasonable. You can't send us like a fucking
donkey.
Yeah, well, I mean, what? You don't have to send that. Just walk it up.
You just write it.
Write it up like you signed my donkey.
Don't poo-poo the donkey. Come on.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So you can either send us something, we will sign it and send it back, or you can leave that decision to us. We'll just pick a random item, sign it, and then send it to you.
I'm excited for this.
Yeah. So anything you buy, again, CanYouDon'tPodcast.com. Something you want to see on the show, the email for that is heyguys@CanYouDon'tPodcast.com. We're doing lap time with Uncle Zach. What are we talking about?
We've got an interesting potential food groups.
Got me intrigued.
We're going to learn about tasty stuff.
I'm feeling a little hungry.
I've been eating almonds.
We know.
Yeah.
and drinking a soda.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
The
heard it.
two loudest.
We know
things.
all about it.
Tons of ice and
Tons
plastic
of almonds
cups and
and shells. We did get some mail. If you want to send something in, a physical thing, the address is posted in the episode description on all episodes. We love getting mail. And this was sent in by Tink McGathy. Tink McGathy.
I think McGirthy is better. Tink McGirthy.
It is.
Yeah,
I mean, come on.
I'd watch that porn.
Yeah, dude.
Just
Starring
like-
Tink McGirthy.
Tink McGirthy compilation. Pound ass fuck fist. Writes, hey daddies, who are younger than me, oddly. Maybe science is getting weird.
Yeah.
Joe and Brian, my name is Tink, and I'm your oddball stepson that you forgot locked in the basement. Oh, fuck! We're in the basement. Where is he?
Is he in the basement? There's a basement below us. That's called a dungeon.
Oh, yeah. So he's in the dungeon. Tink's in the dungeon.
Probably through that little spot there.
We had to, you got to keep Tink McGirthy under control.
Yeah, dude. Tink McGirthy does not belong in public.
In the normal basement.
Yeah.
He's in the basement's basement.
Right.
I'm a huge fan of the show. A while back, I believe it was Joe made a joke that went something like, if you don't know what either one of these things are, waterboarding in Guantanamo Bay sounds pretty sick.
Yeah. Waterboarding sounds like a summer, like an activity.
Me and the family?
Sounds expensive.
We're
Yeah.
taking the kids waterboarding.
At Guantanamo Bay?
Yeah.
Oh, it's funny. I was going back listening to old episodes in between waiting for new episodes to drop. I started a t-shirt business when I heard that the joke again, and the design for the shirt hit me in the head, one drop at a time. You get it. Waterboarding. I have all my t-shirt designs, this one included, at tpublic.com/user/tinknotron.
How come you ditched the McGirthy when it came to the...
If you don't want to get like a...
That sounds like a size of shirt, too. I'll take the McGirthy.
XL, double XL, Tink McGirthy.
That's the special size.
That's the condom. That's a condom scale. Yeah, slim fit, regular, Magnum Tink McGirthy. Brian, if you're reading this, it's pronounced Tink Notron. I luckily nailed that because that would have been bad if I
Sure
didn't.
it's not Neutron?
It says Notron.
Okay.
It's mostly irrelevant and snarky t-shirts for people with a dark sense of humor like us. At least I could do is send you guys some free shirts for the inspiration of the design. I'm a podcaster too, so in many ways, I look up to you guys as inspiration and folks that pave the path that I'm attempting to walk on. Hugs and Tugs, Tink McGathy, host of the WTF Bomb podcast.
W2B News.
Look at this. Such a funny design. Thanks, Tink.
I have not seen this. You've hidden this from me.
I'm going to hold it up.
Waterboarding champion 2002 Guantanamo Bay. that is exactly what you would think
If you're going waterboarding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see that. That's like one of those, like a surf shop. You go in there and they have all like the funny tees. Like that would be right on the wall.
Tink, you fucking nailed it, dude.
Well done.
Yeah.
Well done.
Well done, Tink.
Well done, Tinky boy.
I want to go to Pornhub right now and look for Tink McGarthy.
If that's not, I would be shocked.
Sure, you shocked. Or whatever. Shocker. Not a good joke. Oh, it didn't even work. There it is.
Yeah.
All right, let's get it. Let's go. Zach, fuck
Two in the pink
Hey, shut up. Start the show already.
and one in the stank.
All right,
That's
so
called the shotgun.
this one was sent in by a handful of our kids.
Okay.
And I believe I'm having like a faint memory that this was like pulled from the internet. So another show.
The internet.
Another show. Threesome sex.
What is internet? What is internet?
WWW. Another show was talking about it, and they're like, dude, this is something got to bring on the show. So that's what we're doing. Because it fits exactly in. And we haven't talked about this particular mascot for quite some time. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Would you rather have to teach a silverback gorilla how to jerk off, or have to teach a silverback gorilla how to jerk you off?
I can't imagine them being too gentle.
No. I mean,
I love silverbacks as much as the
much
next
as
guy.
the next guy, but just not tugging on my.
Are they gentle with the bananas when they're eating them?
See, that's.
Do you remember
See,
Congo?
Right.
Do I?
Amy, good gorilla.
Yeah, Amy it was very good.
She was.
Well, if it's Amy doing it,
Fuck yeah, she's
I don't know. Like, okay, well, not just jerking off. I think you should the finger action too. Like it could be a gorilla.
Oh,
Like,
sure.
like Amy.
Yeah, I mean, if you have
you
the
finger her. Or,
if you have the other parts, it's the other way around. You know, I think if you're a girl, you have to either
She jams a banana up.
You
like a
gotta
lesbian?
either like finger blast a silverback gorilla, or have to teach one how to finger blast you.
Or banana blast.
Banana blast.
That sounds like a good
smoothie.
Like
a free game that I can find in the App Store right now. Top 10 charts.
And a smoothie at a smoothie shop.
Banana blast.
I'll take a banana blast and a raspberry rampage.
Raspberry rim job.
Yeah. Ooh.
Can I get a banana blast and a raspberry rim job?
Okay, I'm gonna write that
to
down.
go. Yeah, they're all to go.
Put that in.
We don't dare serve a raspberry rim job right here in Jamba Juice.
It's very everything we serve is to go. We don't do anything.
No, it's a legal thing.
Legal thing. We can't keep anything in house. It's got to go.
Silverback gorilla. Gosh, they're scary. They're fucking terrifying.
They are.
And thinking about one having a hold of your dong. No.
It just takes a few pounds of force.
Just nothing. Like to them, they could just like they could be doing a great job.
Do they know their own strength? Like when it comes when they're fighting over a mate, or something like that. You get two silverbacks going at each other.
That's why they're fighting though. They know that they're strong.
You see them pet a kitty though. The kitty isn't crushed, so maybe they got some
I'm sure
sense.
there's been plenty of kitty-sized things crushed by silverback gorillas.
I can't picture like a little a silverback just being like, hey, like one finger, like,
what do you do?
Yeah, who's a good boy?
Who's a good kitty cat?
It's more like,
I wonder what this thing looks like inside. This is a cute turtle. What's it look like without its shell? And just pistachios it.
Yeah. And then frisbees the shell
after
over
friend
to his other.
After friend takes one bite off the turtle, shoves it in its butt, and throws it in the creek. Like that's what a silverback gorilla.
Have you seen
right in front of the audience? What?
Oh, I was going to say right in front of the audience. Have you seen the not commercials, but the videos of people at the zoo in the glass, and they'll put their child right up against the glass, and they'll charge it and try and smash the glass. It's like, oh, those are not docile at all.
Get it out!
I've also seen one where
they want to see the baby.
The mommy went and got her baby and came back to the glass and
threw it at the glass.
Yeah, slammed it. No, they actually went over there and held it and was like, "See, I have one too." And the human mom, and
they showed off their babies.
Yeah. Amy, good gorilla.
And then Dad showed up and fucking killed him.
Mm-hmm. Probably. And then put on a show.
Is it silverback gorillas that's like smash other babies? I know there's like a part of the gorilla or monkey family that will just kill babies.
Let's assume yes.
Okay. It's just stopping competition.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah, well, I mean, life is a competition, right?
I don't even know why this thought just crossed my mind. I don't even know if it's funny, but picturing like the best athlete in a particular sport. Like they're in their prime and they just go around and kick the shit out of all the rookies, like trying to protect their dominance, and it's just acceptable. Like Michael Jordan's just sneaking in locker rooms and fucking
slitting throats,
killing people, and everyone's like, "That's just how it goes."
I can see Shaq doing that.
Yeah.
Like Shaq's you gonna fuck with Shaq? Shaq looks like a silverback
and sneaks in there and just
giant,
huge man, and sneaks in the locker room and kills like Yao Ming or whatever his name was. It just fucking cuts his legs off. Not in my territory.
And he goes to Mutombo.
Oh no, he kills Mutombo too.
Yeah, and then he does that.
No. And you're like, okay.
Rest in peace, Dikembe.
Oh yeah. What would be the how would you work your way up if you chose that you're teaching a silverback gorilla, which you have to keep in account? At least there's a chance you're going to come. If it goes well, you're going to come. The other way around, you're not even coming.
You're dying.
Okay, so, but what's the regiment? How do you build up to teaching a silverback how to stroke it? You start with bananas.
A little foreplay.
Yeah.
No, I think what you do is you just jerk off in front of him, maybe through the glass.
And then you're like, you do it.
And
so
then
you guys watch each other jerk off.
Yeah, you're like, it's like what's that thing that when online
porn.
No, it's like you get online and there's someone on the camera. It's like chat roulette or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
But it's like jerk roulette through the glass.
Omegle.
Where you do it and then he does it and you're like, see, that's fun.
See monkey do.
And that's right. And then maybe maybe the next time you do that a few times just to get an idea.
Zoom the camera in closer and closer. Mm-hmm. And if they do well, you have to reward. Like you have to give like food.
The reward is
my cum.
Is sperm coming out of your penis.
I'm not sure if that's going to work with a silverback gorilla.
So
he's putting his hand out for food, and you're like,
he's coming in, and
he's like,
he just throws it.
He claps his hands together.
Mm-hmm. So sticky, like
spinning in a circle, rips your arms off.
Yeah. Well, that's I guess that's what I visualize. Like, let's say the other way around, like you jerk him off,
God,
and he comes and he's just like. And then he goes into like a primal rage and just starts murdering you. Like
got that pre-nut clarity though? It's got to trickle down to silverbacks.
It could, I guess. Where you just want to relax and take a nap.
One way to find out. Good night. Good night, silverback gorilla.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, like,
just run as fast as you fucking can out of there.
You don't want to wake up.
Yeah, what's the situation? Are you approaching a silverback in the wild, or is it in captivity? Because that really just changes everything.
Let's assume it's captivity. So it's used to somewhat being around humans.
You're not just cruising out in the jungle.
No, yeah.
Hey, nope, just want to touch your dick.
Yeah.
Just want to touch your dick.
You walk up there like, whoa.
And you're in a gorilla outfit?
That might be even worse.
Yeah, maybe. Well, I mean, just be a hot, sexy female silverback.
That, again,
and you're walking
might be worse.
I mean, someone's going to come.
Yeah. Because you're about to get
fucked.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Because they hold the chicks down.
Yeah, sure.
The women gorillas.
If you reach back there and jerk them off while they're fucking your ass, does that count? Yeah. Dude, that's a...
Yes! Or you reach around and finger his butt.
Oh, if you want to die.
That's one of those, the baboon. Is it a baboon that's got the blue butt?
Rainbow butt.
Yeah, sure. Well,
I don't know. Maybe we throw him into the mix.
Let's just have everybody start fucking butts.
Yeah.
And I'm getting out of here.
I mean, we're one of the 5 major apes. Let's just get all the major apes in there.
Get the top 5 in there and just fuck each other.
Yeah. Like a big old orgy.
Now you're speaking my language.
Yeah, an ape orgy.
How do you teaching them how to jerk off? I mean, they have to know how, but you're trying to show them how.
But they everything that they do is, yeah, it's like, no, dude, enjoy it. Like, slow down.
No one's
slow
home.
down. Yeah.
No one's here.
Get your tootsies out.
Just me and you, baby.
Mm-hmm.
This is what's called lotion.
Yeah. This is called lotion. Never dry fire.
They're always aware. Like, they got to be unaware. Like, no, dude, you're in captivity. It's fine. No one's going to sneak up on you. It's just you and me.
Just get your dick out. Let's fucking jerk.
Do you think they have big penises? I feel like they don't.
Probably not.
There was a video I just saw. I guess I've seen it a few times with a woman standing on the glass, and the guy he walks up. He's like, ding, ding, ding. He's like
jerking off into the.
He's just it's not stroking it. He's just like going with
slapping it around.
Yeah, right in front of the chick.
Yeah. Not a silverback, but I've seen a video of a monkey jerking off onto a windshield and eating all the cum.
Yeah,
on a safari. So enjoy that.
God,
his kids in the car.
Sight that would have been. What's he doing, mommy?
I don't know. I saw you doing that last night.
I've never seen your dad do anything like that before. The women might start getting a little bit jealous. Yeah. Like, I wish I had a man that took charge like that.
Teach a silverback. I mean, I'm going to, just because I have a chance to come, I'm going to, and I like a challenge, I'm going to try and teach a silverback gorilla how to jerk me off. If I lose my dick, whatever. Life just got a lot simpler.
You can lose your dignity.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to lose.
That's true.
I don't know. The idea of doing something for somebody else kind of sounds nice too. Like,
seems so easy to show a gorilla how to jerk off. I mean, that's got to be you
show them how to jerk off. But
you're showing them how to jerk off.
Oh, wait.
Did I read it wrong? Teach a silverback gorilla how to jerk off.
Oh, I thought I had to jerk him off.
Sure. So but that might be part of the process, but you can start with just between the glass and you're jerking off and be like, you get your dick out. And if they don't get it and they're like, and then snap a tree in half.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh shit.
Not going in there.
No, you have to.
Ooh.
Eventually, like, no. And you have to do that slow approach to a silverback gorilla while you have your dick out. And you're like, no.
See, slow.
Creeping through the concrete fake river. like running away and like smash the shit. You're like,
I think I think there has to be. It's got to be in a zoo, and there's like families walking around too.
Okay.
Like
So you have
that.
an
That makes
audience.
it more. That makes it more entertaining.
Hey, what's Daddy doing? He's gonna show that gorilla how to jerk off. Come here.
He'll show you soon enough.
He'll show you soon enough. You're just not old enough yet.
That's right. This gorilla is in his 40s.
And he has no idea how to stroke a dick,
Yeah.
which is embarrassing.
He can fling it around and he can toss poop, but he doesn't know how to.
No, I think I would
pleasure himself.
Yeah, I would just jerk off in front of a gorilla long enough till they fucking did it too.
I think that's the way to
Which is
go.
pretty cool.
I misunderstood. I thought I had to jerk him off.
Yeah, I mean, it might
So-
reach that point where he doesn't know what to do, and you have to show him how to do it. But
Yeah, because you
Seems like
could
everyone-
just sit in front of the glass. Again, let's go back to the zoo.
dude,
So you're sitting there with your family, everyone, and you have to teach this gorilla how to jerk off. So you're doing that in front of everyone,
right?
and then all the families are just watching you do that.
At least somebody's gonna enjoy it. There's gonna be a couple dads that are like, "That's brave. This guy deserves a medal."
They join in.
Is there anything more humiliating?
I am, you know how they
I too.
Spartacus. They all the dads like
Get their dicks out.
they all pull their pants down. They start jerking off. The next guy goes, steps up, stands up like in the movie.
Sits right next to you on a bench.
Right. The dramatic music of everyone joining in. He sits down next to the bench. I will do it too. And there's like 10 dads.
10 dads jerking off on a bench. It says like in memory of
Harambe.
zookeeper David Asperger,
Yeah.
who loved gorillas. You get just 10 dads jerking off on that bench.
That's what's kind of that's what it is. The gorilla's not getting it. So another dad joins in and the gorilla's still not getting it. And then 10 dads join in and they start jerking each other off. So they're jerking the next dick over to the
Ski
right.
poling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then so then the gorilla gets it and that's where the triumphant Yep. And everyone stands
Everyone
up.
starts clapping as they watch a gorilla jerk off with 10 dads coming on each other. Best zoo trip ever.
Oh my god! They just 10 dads jizzing all over the glass, and then the gorilla just
Comes on the glass, and then you just write "good job" backwards on the
just
glass.
a heart, and then touch the glass. He touches the glass. Your hands are all sticky, and then you pull up your pants and you go see
Go get a corn dog.
the hippopotamus, and the
Go
corn dog.
check out the big baby penguin that everyone's talking about.
Yeah, the panda display.
All right, I'm teaching a gorilla to jerk off. You?
Yeah,
Okay.
same.
Zach?
Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
teaching.
Let's move off. What are you thinking about? Roll it!
Hey,
Hey, what's up, babe?
what are you thinking about?
Nothing. Actually, you know what? I'm thinking about a lot of shit.
What are you thinking about?
This happened last week. And I've never worked in customer service. And I understand that you're going to get a ton of, in this particular situation, phone calls from people that are annoying, that are assholes, they don't understand the process.
They call 5,000 times that the planes are too loud.
Just, 5,000.
Whatever it was, 25,000.
20, yeah, almost 21,000
I cut him-
times.
I
Yeah,
didn't give him enough credit.
No, he's put his life, this is life's work. You
Right.
can't do that. But this particular situation, and I led with it, which made it even a little more infuriating to me. For whatever reason, and nobody knows how it happened. And I know that because over the last 2 decades, I've had to deal with this many times, and nobody knows how it happened. My brother and I share a credit report.
That's so weird.
Yes.
How is that even possible?
You tell me.
That's like sharing a
That's
fucking
why I called you.
social security card.
I know.
Or
I know.
number.
And you can dispute stuff on it like every now and again. Like I guess something can pop in there, and that has happened on our credit report, where like somebody's popped in.
Not
and
your
we're
wife,
Like, That's
it's
not
your-
it. But if no one knows how it happened, but we share one. So every major purchase that you have to get like a bank approval for, whether it's houses, cars, loans, whatever the hell it is, you have to like deal with this fucking shit because they look it up and they're like, "Oh no, I know everything looks great." I thought you said your name was Joseph. Oh shit! You're like, here we go, and you have to get on the phone with the credit report place and the bank, and then go back and forth. Like, I wish it was as easy to be like everything that's down there in Texas. No, Everything up here, yes. And then just fucking divide it. And they all say, okay, let's get this sorted out. It should never happen again. And then the next time.
Until the next time you need to buy something.
It just never gets fixed. And it never has, no matter what promises have been made to me. So this last time, so my buddy and I have started like a marketing agency, like an advertising agency. So to go through all the bank process, you have to go through the credits shit. And I totally forgot when we were, firing it up because it's been a bit, it's probably been 3-4 years since I've had to fucking do this. And so they're going through and they call and they're like, no, just a quick question. Did you buy a house? And I'm like, And they're like, I was like, I know what's going on. And then, the bank does the same thing that the credit report place does. They're like, I've just never heard of them. I'm like, I know what to do. So in this particular situation, I have to call Experian, who I don't think I've ever had to call before. Whatever. It doesn't
you
matter.
have no experience
with Experian. So I call them and the lady picks up and I have, go to the dispute area. First of all, I got a sample clip of the hold music. This is the best I could get. But just so when moving forward, you know what I got here. So that one.
It is catchy.
Bruce Hornsby.
Huh?
Bruce Hornsby.
Yeah.
And the rain.
Listen to the mandolin rain.
It was that one. I mean, I've heard it. They got it. Apparently Experian uses it too. So I call and the lady answers. She's not into it, which I get. You work at a credit report place. I'm confirm this stuff. She goes, okay, so you have a dispute? And I was like, yes. And I was like, well, before I get into it, and so I go into explaining what I just explained. It's going to sound weird, but my brother and I share a credit report. And I, lay it out, and she goes,
"This is some kind of joke."
And she goes, well, it can't happen. And I'm like, okay.
Well, it did, bitch.
I'm like, well, we just go ahead and let's move on to the next step. She goes, okay. Which one are you looking to dispute? I was like, I don't know. There's like 19 of them on there. And she goes, okay, well, usually when people call, here's how it works. You have your disputes ready, and then you tell me which ones they are. And I'm like, I don't...
This is an anomaly, bitch.
I just said what I said so that I don't read 19 fucking disputes to you over and over and over again for the next fucking hour and 45 minutes. I was like, I'm just going to look at... I was like, you have my credit report? She goes, yeah, I got it right here. And I was like, everything that says this name and not Joe Paisley is not me. And she goes, oh, okay. So you're not... And then, says my brother's name. And you didn't do this. He goes, yes. She goes, that's weird. Nah, this shouldn't be happening. And I'm just like...
I agree.
And I'm like, I know. But I'm not being mean. I'm like, I know. And she goes, have you tried to clear this up before? After just went through everything and said, I've been dealing with this with 2 decades?
No, this is the first time I decided to take care of it. Yeah.
I was like, oh, man. What?
You seem like the person that could take care of this, and I figured I'd bring it up to you for the first time.
And she's like going through, and she goes, by the 3rd or 4th one, she goes, this is too much. She goes, I'm gonna have to get back to you on this one, blah blah blah. And then puts this on. Ready?
Someone had to make that.
And it goes on and on. And let me tell you, I don't know if I was just getting bounced around. I don't know how the hold music situation works, but that song reset and it was glitching. It would go for 2 minutes. And it'd be like, and it would just kept resetting and skipping. And I was just had on speaker and working on other shit. And then it just went dead silent. And I was like, fuck. It felt like maybe it played the whole song. Mm-hmm. I don't remember hearing the big ending.
They looped it 20 times and then it ended.
Yeah.
Sex on me.
And it just ended. And I was like, God damn it. But the counter was still going up. So I was like, all right, well, I mean, I'm in the ethos.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still with Experian. And then after 5 or 6 minutes, and this is probably it's right at the 35, 40 minute like phone call at this point. I've been on hold for 20 something, and it goes dead, and then it comes back, and it goes, and then it just goes, like for probably 3 or 4 seconds. Like it's had like that, like the
Oh no!
And I was like, God
the call?
damn it! So I'm assuming I just got bounced around. Like, have you heard of this? No. Do you know anybody who has? I don't know. Maybe Deb. All right.
Deb's on vacation.
Fuck. Anybody else? I don't know. Have you tried Stacy? She might know about it. And then
Stacy was fired.
On my end, I just keep going. Like over and over again as they bounce me around. And then finally, she just went, fuck this. I'm not doing this on a fucking Tuesday.
Yeah.
And they just went, bam, fuck it.
Well, like, what's the worst that's going to happen if I just go beep, and hang up?
Just hung up. And actually, it was last, was it Wednesday? It was Wednesday. Because I talked about it with you guys last week, and I was like, we could do this for the what are you thinking about? But we had something else. I couldn't call them back because it was running into... I was like, well, I don't have another fucking 40 minutes to deal with this, so I just had to not do it. And I had to do it after we recorded. But it just kept going. And then I called back. Oh, this was the best. Is it does the, like, you know, in the... And then it pauses, goes, your call is very important to us.
Yeah.
And a couple times...
Please hang on the line.
And a couple times, it was like... This is how I know they were transferring me around. It was like, your call is very... Your call is very important to us. Please hold for the next... So, fuck me. I called back, and then the same thing, but the next time, whoever this experienced lady was way more... Like, I explained it, and she had it pulled up. She goes, but she did still say it. She goes, that shouldn't happen.
Oh God, the same thing. You're
I was like, I know,
deja vu. Dude.
I know. She goes, all right, well, let's get these things off here. And I was like, once and for all. She goes, once and for all. And I was like,
Isn't it weird who you get? Somebody's just like, they're like, yeah, I got nothing else going on. We can take care of this right now. The other chick's like, click. I don't really feel like doing this.
I am out of here.
You should send her a fruit basket.
You should.
I should. I know.
Just a picture of your fruit basket.
Yep. But also, I guarantee the next thing that happens in my life a couple years or so from now, it's still going to be on there because they've all said the same thing. Thank God my brother and I are both responsible and our credit score is great. Our credit score is great.
Yeah, that's so weird. You know what you just said about how it's going to come back around? My after years and years and years of my mom being on my bank account, because we started it way back, and then I got married and we merged bank accounts, all that stuff, and Amber's like, I think it's time that I get on your account and we just take your mom off. And we talked about doing it for a long time. We couldn't do it online. We tried, or on the phone.
So you have to go
we had
into
to drive
a bank?
to Moses. We had to drive to Moses Lake. And go into the place. We were in there for like an hour and a half, took care of everything, or so we thought. And then, I mean, I don't know, a couple months later, we get a statement from the thing, and it's just like the old statement. My mom's name's on there, Amber's not on there. Like, what the fuck? We drove
to
my hometown to take care of it. We're at the bank for an hour.
Everything looks good.
And then right back where it was. Like, nothing happened.
You get a letter, you're not even on your own bank account.
Right.
It's just your mom.
Yeah.
And you're like, guys.
I was like, it was funny because I went, the gal that ended up working at the bank that we were talking to ended up being the daughter of a guy that was a really little kid went the first time I met her. So it was this whole thing like, oh, I know your dad. And I remember when you were this little. She's like, yeah, I remember, like.
She's like, I'm going to try really hard to not mess this up.
I mean, it had been 20 years since I'd seen this little girl. So it was like this whole thing. It was like, I vividly remember having, going through this process because of the person that I was doing with and all that. And then nothing changed.
Mess it up on purpose because she could see you again.
Come back again, yeah. She's married with kids.
Well, maybe it's not a good one,
Yeah.
She wanted out and you were the safe.
I guess. I mean, there are ways of doing that.
I thought you were about to say there's way better people than me.
Yeah, I mean,
there's a lot of
probably not there.
There's a lot of banks. People come in banks all the time.
I've come in a bank before.
Fuck yeah. Yeah! All right, well, let's talk about dicks.
Okay.
Want to move into it?
Yeah.
Hey, Zach.
Is it dumb? Is it interesting? Is it cool? Then it's dick.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, God.
What?
We got so much shit over here.
What are you moving around?
Lots of broken
There's
things.
a lot of. We got pins and everything from, when they
yeah.
sent us pins, I've got so much shit.
All right. Want me to wait for you?
Nope.
Okay. So this article, I don't know why it just struck a chord with me like it did.
Okay.
But I'll tell you why here in a second. But I mean, come on. Man amputates penis with an axe after consuming psilocybin mushrooms. So, magic mushrooms. Ta-da! Magic trick, your dick's gone.
That's why I'm terrified to do mushrooms.
Like you're gonna cut your dick off?
I might. You never know. In the moment, you're like, "Oh,
fuck this thing."
I could cut my dick off, and everything would be fine.
Well, rest assured. You ready? In an unprecedented case report, doctors in Austria have documented the first known instance of psilocybin-induced penile amputation. So, I mean, this guy's groundbreaking.
Groundbreaking.
Yeah.
Brian's face was also there.
Like this guy's leading the cut your dick off while you're on mushrooms revolution. And
Someone's got to do it.
He's all by himself.
God.
It's not a lot, but
Hey,
it's
man,
honest
the
work.
first guy through the wall is the one that gets shot, Like,
Yeah.
someone's got to go through first.
I hear you. After consuming a large quantity of magic mushrooms, a 37-year-old man suffering from depression and alcohol abuse severed his penis with an axe. Fortunately, doctors were able to reattach part of the amputated organ. The unique case is detailed in the Mega Journal of Surgery. That seems like a funny fucking name for a medical journal. Like you don't have to clickbait
Do you
a
have the
medical
journal? No. Do you have the mega one?
Do you have the Mega Journal of Surgery?
Oh, yeah.
It sounds like
Dust flies off of it.
Flipped.
It's one of those old, like, elixir books.
Looking at the table of contents, he's like, axe dick. Okay. Axe dick magic mushrooms. There it is. Page 648. No, but it's just like a clickbaity title for a surgery journal.
Yeah.
It's like something I'd see on the National Enquirer. So psilocybin is a natural occurring psychedelic compound found in certain species of mushrooms, often referred to as magic mushrooms. When ingested, I'm going to skip this. Today, psilocybin is gaining attention in medical research due to its potential therapeutic benefits. Scientists are investigating its use in treating conditions like depression, anxiety, and post-traumatic stress disorder. And it's doing a good job. In particular, studies have shown promising results for psilocybin's ability to alleviate symptoms in people with major depressive disorders, even when other treatments have failed. And it has done good. So we're going to move on to what happened with this guy cutting his dick off.
Okay.
So first
the
of all,
fun part?
What went wrong?
This is where it gets good. Okay, so remember, struggling with depression, alcohol abuse, and then doctors were fucking pumped to reattach his penis.
Yeah, I mean, if you hadn't done a surgery like that before, you're like, okay,
Right.
an ACL surgery or
The John Wayne Bobbitt.
yeah,
It's a tale of two different of professions
tail's oldest.
as dick. Tail as long as dick. That's what my dad used to say. And just the professional side of it, this guy cut his dick off while on mushrooms, and then doctors fucking rejoicing. Okay, so like two different ballpark things. Like they're like, dude, I've always wanted to put a dick back where a dick's supposed
What?
to be.
The dude cut his dick off?
I'll do it. Who wants to put it back on? I'll try.
Today was supposed to be my day off. I'm coming in.
I've always wanted to do this. So along with consuming the mushrooms, the man began to experience a terrifying hallucination or delusion, which led him to take an axe. First of all, an axe?
It's going kind of far.
I guess if you're gonna do it, make it quick. It's got to be sharp, though.
I know, but a knife and fucking axe?
Well, I don't. If
You
I'm gonna
choke up?
if I'm gonna cut my dick off, I don't want to slice it off. I want to go. Like if when you guys get your heads cut off, like get executed, would you want the dude
Like a two-man saw?
Yeah, the guy's just going two guys
Or
on
a
the end,
guillotine.
like, yeah, it's fucking quick.
Okay,
Ned Stark that shit.
So the man reportedly tied a piece of cloth around his genital area to control the bleeding and placed the severed parts of his penis in a jar filled with snow.
I mean, he thought of that at least. He at least had some forethought.
And then he left the house, bleeding profusely in search for help. A passerby found him
Lucky
in a
person.
Oh, fuck.
heading back from a birthday party at Chuck E. Cheese.
So the doctors are all about this. The guy heading back from Chuck E. Cheese, heading home.
Yeah.
He's like, this is the last thing he wants to deal with.
Good job tonight. Did you have fun at your birthday party?
Oh, fuck! Where's your dick?
Where's your dick? In a jar of snow. I'll show you where.
Follow me.
Are you on drugs? What do you think? He's holding an axe and a cloth over a bloody dick with his dick in a jar of snow. Man. I mean, it has meth.
Was he trying to preserve the dick?
Yes. So he was like, whoops. God damn it, I needed that.
What city was this in? Does it say?
It's in Austria.
Oh.
So a passerby found him in a confused state and called for emergency services. The man was transported to a nearby village and later to a hospital, arriving approximately 5 hours after the amputation. Upon arrival, the patient was in critical condition, having lost a significant amount of blood. He was immediately taken into surgery, where doctors worked to stabilize him and control the bleeding. His penis was contaminated with soil and snow.
He's got like gravel in it.
Gravel in his pee hole?
Yeah.
He's got a wood chip.
At least if it's not attached when they get it out. Or would that suck? They attach it first and then get all this stuff out so he feels it all.
He's like, listen, we tried to get the sand out of your dick hole. You're going to have to piss this out. Parts of the organ were severely damaged, okay? So surgeons were able to save the glands, the tip of the penis, and about 2 centimeters of his penile shaft. If he was sad before, having a 2 centimeter mangled dick.
Can it even get hard anymore?
I'll tell you.
Oh, there's more.
But the other sections were too damaged to be repaired. Remarkably, the replantation was successful. Was it? Despite the significant challenges posed by the extent of the injury and contamination. Despite initial difficulties, the patient's condition improved after the surgery, although he continued to suffer from severe psychotic symptoms, including auditory hallucinations and religious delusions.
Are they specific on the religious hallucinations?
No.
What religion
Because,
is that?
well,
I am the dick god!
There can be, maybe there's some foreskin, circumcision things going on there.
Overshot that a little bit.
The guy's Jewish or something.
Right?
I bet Jewish you didn't do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it.
Get it?
Jewish.
I bet Jewish you didn't do that, huh?
In the weeks following the surgery, the patient experienced some complications. Superficial necrosis, death of skin tissue developed on the glands of his penis, likely due to the loss of blood flow during the period of ischemia. But this healed over time. Remarkably, the patient was able to regain some erectile function after 3 months of the surgery, though the overall length of his penis was significantly reduced due to the damage. Like
backfire.
Like this thing
backfire.
Like where the doctors are like, go ahead, get it hard. It is. And they're like, we did it. And they high five each other. Add to the list of successes.
And the guy's sitting there like, what?
He's like, dude, I have a fucking acorn glued to my belly.
You did this to yourself.
Gosh, man. At his last follow-up visit, he was able to urinate normally while seated. Like the doctors are so pumped. This guy, he's going to cut this off. He's like, this isn't worth it. And he's not going to use a rag. And he's going to die.
He's going to use an axe again? Well, you probably can't. You don't have enough dick to cut off.
Yeah, you just be shaving your belly hair while trying to cut your dick off.
Already trimmed off the dick root.
Oh, man. So the urethral opening is located further down the shaft than normal. I just thought it was wild that the mega journal of surgery was just being like, dude, this is a huge step in the right direction. Right erection.
Right, nice.
And then this guy's just like, fuck me. He's going to be, goddamn.
I mean, the doctors, they
saved his life.
They did the best they could with what they had, right?
But where's the dick farmer?
That's what we need.
Yeah. We need the dick farmer to show up, Grow it. I mean, they grew a dick on that guy's forearm.
They did.
Why can't they grow
Grow
this
a
guy's
dick on a dick.
See?
He had better insurance.
Imagine
Yeah. He
dude,
didn't have Blue Cross.
Imagine the erectile dysfunction commercial for something like that.
Did you chop your dick off with an axe?
And that guy's always like throwing a football or like like throwing a frisbee with his dog or like
Having a picnic?
What would the commercial be like for this guy?
I don't know.
So you chopped your dick off.
Yeah.
Have you ever chopped your dick off with an axe and they just say his name?
Yeah.
The commercial is for him.
Have you ever been in a state of mushroom hallucination and you've chopped your dick off and immediately regretted that?
Immediately regretted that,
That's
then ran out on the road and then then the doctors reattached it and it's tiny and 2 centimeters, John Smith.
Has this ever happened to you?
And you're like, holy shit.
That's exactly what happened.
Down to every detail. And then they were pumped when you got an erection, but it wasn't really an erection. And then they were also excited when you sat down to pee because they messed up and you're not peeing out of the bottom of your dick, so you can only pee when you're sitting down.
And you can't satisfy
You might be
women with
entitled.
your micro penis?
And you also have mesothelioma, or whatever it is.
Mesothelioma.
Mesothelioma asbestos.
Yeah. Well, maybe there was asbestos on the axe or something.
Yeah, the last thing he renovated was his attic. He's laying fucking insulation.
He's got mesothelioma in his penis.
Oh, man.
You may be entitled.
Might be entitled to $15. Anyway, all right, let's move on to the next article.
That's fun.
I know, that poor guy. But I guess, we all make decisions.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to be so high to chop your dick off with an axe. Just go to bed. Just go to bed. That's what my dad used to say. You want to read this?
Instead of chopping your dick off with
an axe, just go to bed. Just go to bed.
Just go to bed.
You want to read this, fella?
Sure.
Fuck yeah.
Passengers have new fear unlocked after plane flies for 9 hours but lands back at the same airport it took off from. They're like, I visualize like you check the map thing, whatever. It's like 20 minutes left in the flight. They're like, woo! Fuck, that was the longest flight ever, dude.
Go to the bathroom, change out of your shoes into your sandals.
Yeah, you're ready for your like Bahamas or whatever.
Yeah, put on your Hawaiian shirt.
But you're back in Russia.
Fuck!
Passengers on board a recent American Airlines flight have admitted they have a new fear unlocked after an American
same thing.
American Airlines plane they had sat on for 9 hours landed at the same airport it took off from. We've heard of many nightmarish travel stories over recent months, including the horror shows on cruise ships.
Who hasn't?
A recent event certainly ranks high among the worst travel stories as it saw passengers fly out of Dallas for 5 hours before returning back. The American Airlines flight turned around.
Mm-hmm. What?
Kevin Carter, Getty Images.
Oh.
Passengers on the American Airlines flight from the Texas city to Incheon International Airport in Seoul.
Seoul?
Seoul. Seoul, but it's spelled Seoul. Seoul, Korea. On September 7th, were in the air for 9 hours in total just to return to the airport the plane took off from.
That would be so annoying.
Isn't that so? You're the pilot and you know what's happening. You're like, we got to go back. We can't tell anybody.
Yeah. He's like, well, you gotta say something. He gets on the intercom and gets really quiet. He's like, we're gonna go back to Dallas.
What was that?
Click.
What? Why didn't you tell us? I did. I made the announcement. Check the black box.
Check the black box. It's right on there. We're gonna go back to Dallas.
But you get away with it because everyone knows you can't understand a fucking pilot.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Jim and Lee, who was on board the American Airlines flight, took her smartphone out to record the commotion. The passengers posted the clip to Instagram, which sees Lee enjoying a snack and a soft drink as the plane turns around. Your flight to Korea may go 5 hours and come back with zero explanation, Lee explained in the caption.
No.
The passenger went on to say the airline staff said there was a problem with the toilets, while the pilot reportedly asked if someone was carrying a screwdriver to help fix the issue. Is there a doctor in the house? No? Anybody got a screwdriver?
Captain speaking, we're going to have to, unfortunately, turn on the seatbelt sign again, as we have some turbulence coming up. Also, does anyone have a screwdriver?
One of you fucked up the toilet real good.
Yeah. Oh, I got a screwdriver. Not that kind of screwdriver.
Not that kind of screwdriver, sir. Okay.
Yeah.
Can I have another one?
Bahamas, here we go. Bahamas. Oh, yeah, they're going to Korea. Never
Someone
mind.
has a screwdriver. Your mom's a screwdriver.
Yeah, got him.
Good one. We're going back to Dallas.
So whenever you go on this flight, like you get on a flight to Vegas, they always have like a extra fun crew.
Dude, I've mentioned it before, but the flight to Vegas, the fun. Flight out of Vegas,
No.
the worst.
Yeah.
There's not a bigger polar opposite airplane experience besides a flight to Vegas and one coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Optimism versus pessimism.
Just internal happiness and hope,
And
then
shame.
sadness, shame, and hungover.
Yeah. I lost my house. I cheated on my family.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got some sort of STD. And I
Yeah.
got to go home and explain all this to my wife.
Yeah, just fly to a different city at that point.
Flight of soul.
Just don't leave.
You'll end up back in Vegas. So.
All right.
The flight pass showed how the aircraft had traveled across the U.S. before heading over parts of the Pacific Ocean when it was forced to head back. Increasingly frustrated by the lack of clarity by American Airlines, Lee divided into some flaming hot Cheetos, though she required a ramyun and a strong drink. Probably a screwdriver.
Probably.
The viral video then cut to landing in Dallas with the pilot confirming there were clear skies for landing. He's like,
What a dick.
the weather in Dallas is
Perfect.
Balmy. What?
It's perfect.
Like, what? Why do we care about that?
I need to go home.
Why do we care about what it was where we were?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How do you explain that?
You don't. Just the pilot doing his job. Should be a smooth landing.
Why do they always tell us what
Right
the
back
temperature
in-
is?
right back here in Dallas.
Like, if I'm traveling to Seoul, I'm gonna pull up my weather and be like, wow, what's the weather supposed to be like this week?
Mm-hmm.
And the captain's like,
Local time is 4:29. Like, we all have phones.
yeah,
We know exactly what time it is.
yeah. We're just waiting to turn
Land.
off airplane mode.
Yeah.
and so
we know exactly what time it is, sir. You don't have to tell us. Just leave that
I
out
could
there.
have told you what the temperature is, bitch. I don't. It's just a bunch of stuff about her documenting the trip.
Yeah. Like, just the lack of communication. Like, the flight attendants they didn't have an answer.
Yeah.
I mean, they had to go back to Dallas, and then they were able to get back on another flight and take off, I guess, once they got a fucking screwdriver.
But after you've done 9 hours, like nine hours
That's
on an
not a
airplane
short, like,
is so long.
I've only ever been turned around one time. And luckily for me, it was a flight from Spokane to Boise. And we were 20 minutes away from landing in Boise. And they turned us around and flew us back to Spokane. And we, because the power went out, which I didn't think was fucking possible.
Yikes.
So the runway was dead in Boise. And in my head, I'm like, dude, they're going to fix it. They have to. I was like, just keep going. And they're like, they have to follow their FAA regulations. So once they turned around, that was it. So as soon as they turned around and we were like 10 minutes into our flight, they got the power back on, but they had to continue and go back to Spokane.
They couldn't just go flip it around.
do a half flip.
Yeah, dude. Or in the
Nope.
movies when they're always like in the middle of the street and just fishtail it around.
So they went back and landed us in Spokane and then immediately took back off and got
How
me down
long
to
is that
Boise.
flight?
Hour and 10 minutes.
Okay, because we're doing that.
Yeah, not bad.
So
it wasn't 9 fucking hours. Fuck that.
What's the longest flight you've ever been on?
I don't know. I mean, I've been from here, Spokane, to Daytona Beach, but there was a stop like in Kansas or something. So 4 hours, 4.5. Well, I guess a flight to Hawaii. That's a 5-hour flight, isn't it?
Flight, yeah.
Something like that.
Over nothing.
Over nothing.
Our flight to New York, I think it was, I want to say 5 or 6 hours. I flew we have a lot of big airports over here, so they get broken up. So I couldn't imagine doing 9 hours
nonstop,
turn back around, and then have to do it again.
That's awful. Nope.
Fuck that. I think I would cancel my.
I live in Dallas now.
Yeah.
This is my home. I love Texas.
Oh yeah, I guess I didn't think about people that were connecting in Dallas and still going on. I just assumed everyone was
From Dallas going to South Korea.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Like, why do I care what the temperature is? I live here.
I'm
you
going
fucking
home.
asshole.
I'm going home. All right, let's move off to lap time. Zach!
Hey, little chitrons, why don't you come take a seat on Uncle Zacky's lap?
Gather around, boys and girls. It's lap time with Uncle Zach.
Sit on my lap, you little shits.
Food!
Get on my lap, you little chits.
You little punk bitches.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I apologize.
You little prick bastards.
Sorry. So I got food for you guys.
Okay, feed.
And I'm going to start with a trivia question.
Oh.
What is the only food that is said to never go bad?
Food?
Food. Never goes bad.
Never.
Will last indefinitely if stored properly.
Not like a part of like, so I can't say sugar.
Pickles?
Nope.
Pickles? What? Food. Oh,
Peaches,
man.
like that jar that you guys found.
Yeah. What would it be? God damn it. I mean, I know I could.
When you hear it, you're going to be like, fucking.
Yeah, I know it. I mean, flower realm. Like a nut? Am I getting closer?
Well, there's the Honey Nut Cheerios.
An almond?
It would be honey.
No!
It's honey. Honey is amazing.
Honey is amazing.
And that's going to start us
God,
down
I knew that.
a weird road. Now, you guys probably all know that honey is bee vomit, right?
Yeah, and it never goes bad.
Yeah, and it never goes bad. But it's actually weirder than that. Some bees are forager bees, which collect nectar from flowering plants, and the foragers drink the nectar and keep it in their little honey stomach. And when the forager bee takes the nectar back to the hive, it regurgitates the nectar into the mouth of another bee and their honey stomach, a processor bee.
2 bees, 1 stomach.
That's right. And then that
whatever.
bee regurgitates it again into the hive and allows it to ripen. So double filtered, extra ripened bug vomit is the beauty of honey.
It's so good.
It tastes good, though.
It is tasty.
I don't care how they do it.
But if stored properly, it's one of those prepper kind of foods for sure. And just
What's properly? What's the temperature or
shit, Brian? Come on, buddy.
room?
Well, what's the temperature of a bee stomach?
I don't know. I don't know these questions.
Come on!
I don't know
this
these
is
answers.
your segment!
I do know that, by the way, on a side note, there are other foods that last a long time. White rice, salt, soy sauce.
Rice, yeah.
Dry pasta, hard liquor.
You trying to tell me you weren't anticipating
Not
a
your
question
questions.
like that?
No. There's a lot more to go. So
Okay.
the bees are just the beginning.
Oh, the beginning.
But yuck. But I did want to say that tinned fish, like that shit that you digested before, Mr. Paisley, that is on the list of things that last a long time.
Yeah.
It's because they never smell bad, because they start smelling bad.
What was that called?
Tremper fish?
Oh, you mean because they always smell bad, so they never...
Yeah, that's the dumb thing I was trying to say. But so this honey thing got me thinking about our relationship with bugs and food in general. And I don't know if you guys have heard the phrase, eat the bugs. People have gotten riled up by a guy named Klaus Schwab, a guy who wears sci-fi pajamas to talk.
Oh, no, my name is Klaus.
Klaus. Well, he asked, well, I want to ask you guys, have you ever eaten bugs?
Yes.
It's in Mexico. They had like, what were they?
Chocolate covered crickets?
They're like, no, they weren't chocolate. They were like, it was like tahine covered something. They were pretty good, actually.
Pretty good.
Crickets, maybe? I don't know.
I've eaten those, and I've eaten a worm for a raise at a landscaping job.
A worm?
Yeah.
Delicious. Yeah. Well, we'll get to some of that.
$1 raise to eat a live worm.
Well, you know, in the Mariner Stadium, they have those, barbecued crickets or whatever it is?
We got a couple different...
You ever try them? You never tried them or see them?
No, there are other things I'd rather eat.
Fair enough.
It's right next to the teriyaki bowl stand.
No, right? The marination, dude. That, pulled pork sandwich.
Your curiosity never took you all the way.
No, I've only, bugs at a fair to be fun and weird my kids out. But outside of that, just a worm for a raise.
All right. Well,
I gotta have a reason.
I'm going to ask you more questions along these lines here in the future, but we actually, in reality, all pretty much have eaten a lot of bugs, like a fuckload.
I would buy that, yeah.
And the world in general is pretty down with eating bugs, so we'll get to that. So, etymophagy is the technical term for eating bugs. It's popular on at least 3 continents, including the world's biggest. Up to 2 billion people have it as part of a consistent diet.
What?
Part of a consistent, balanced, like Cheerios and...
Mom, can I be excused? Have you eaten your crickets?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
There are kids in wherever that are starving and would love
to eat your crickets.
Yeah.
I worked hard for those crickets.
That's basically it. But can you imagine yourself seeking out a bug steak or a bug burrito on purpose?
No, I mean,
If you have other options, would you ever choose the
I
bug?
will say this: if I had one and it was really good, then probably. But like just not knowing what it tastes like, that doesn't sound appealing.
And my brain is like, there's got to be something else that tastes better and gives me the same benefits than bugs that I could also put in this burrito.
Ooh, well, we'll have a fun little time. Is there any bug that you might think of, like, that might be the tastiest bug, just off the top of your heads? What's the tastiest bug to you guys?
A bee.
Is there like a meaty caterpillar?
There is.
Fuck yeah.
There definitely is.
Ooh, I don't know about the texture of a caterpillar.
Have you tried it?
No, that's why I said I don't know.
No, what
about
if
it.
it's just like a nice little
Well, you can barbecue
chicken
it,
thing?
like a gummy worm?
deep fry it. Ooh, gelatin style. Okay.
Poison ones, plump your lips up?
Well, for a few minutes, I'm going to steel man eating bugs, okay?
Okay.
All right. So ocean bugs are already popular food in the West. Crabs, lobsters, and prawns. Shellfish actually was once looked down upon as bottom feeders reserved for the peons, and now it's a popular food that's expensive. So we're okay eating bugs there.
Marketing.
Are you sold on them yet? No?
I mean, would you eat your fucking crab pubes? Pube crabs?
No.
Same thing.
I mean, high in protein, probably.
Yeah.
So what if
Why
I
wouldn't you?
Yeah, why wouldn't you? If you're
Marketing.
hungry,
Because the idea that they're
On your
a
dick?
nasty thing, yeah.
like basically an STD almost. Yeah. So what if I told you that insects are indeed rich in protein, low in carbs? They contain tons of minerals like iron, zinc, calcium, magnesium. And there's all sorts of studies that say that they're better than plant protein sources and in some cases comparable to meat. Does that sell you on it?
Again, I'm not against it. I just would have to be in the right form where it wasn't like a. I don't know. There's something about like
Texture.
taking a grasshopper and like biting into a grasshopper and being like, just the idea of it sounds terrible, but I'm not against it.
It's the taste.
Yeah,
you
you
put enough Johnnies on anything.
True.
It's going to be good.
Dip it in some barbecue sauce.
Some sweet baby rays.
Little Worcestershire.
That's right. From what I could find, these are some of the more popular of the tasty ones if you want to try it.
Okay.
And these aren't popular because of popularity, they're just the tastiest. So crickets can be made into a flour.
Fuck yeah.
Mealworms are kind of like shrimp where you can dry them, broil them, roast them, pan fry, deep fry, boil, steam, all that shit. So termites are like one of the most healthy bugs of all, 100 times the minerals of other bugs. So if you see a termite, it's like, I need that real quick. It's like a... Yeah,
What
it's like-
is it because of what they eat?
It is, partly, and then what they're comprised of, yeah.
And how they process what they eat?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know all the science as to why they're good for you, but they're definitely made of not just the poop they ate. But
Is this a list from like 5 up? So cricket to mealworm to
these are
termite?
these are in no particular order, but these are
okay.
the top 5 that people around the world tend to say are the tastiest.
Okay.
Remember Temple of Doom, dude? They ate all sorts of weird shit.
Yes, they did.
Frozen monkey brains and
So hot.
yeah, fuck, dude. They know what they're doing.
Here's an interesting one. Both grasshoppers and cicadas taste like seafood, and cicadas in particular taste like shrimp.
These are all cooked though.
Really?
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
so not raw.
Well,
There's no way I could go in the backyard right now and grab a grasshopper.
a little grasshopper sushi. Never heard a guy. It's fine. This one kind of bugs me. I don't know if you guys want to look up any of these. Black soldier fly larva is very popular, and not just around the world, but
That's maggots, basically, isn't it?
yeah. So larva bites made from roasted and seasoned black soldier fly larvae exists. Buying them already roasted and flavored spicy cayenne or buffalo wing sauce is another way to try an edible insect. And this company that's kind of popular is in Oregon, so it's not too far from here.
You know what? When I was saying tahine, I think the ones that I had were maybe cayenne covered, whatever crickets or something. Ooh. See that? Like I've watched Naked Afraid and stuff like that when they're like, they're kind of gnawing on it, and it just I don't know.
I mean that looks good.
Just a
Like that's kind of what I pictured when I pictured or said caterpillar.
yeah.
Like that it has a little has a feel to it.
You know your food's good when it undulates in your hand. That's good stuff.
I think the idea of just like bugs are kind of creepy anyway, so the idea of eating a bug is extra creepy. But if you don't think bugs are creepy, then it's probably not that big of a deal. Like if you live in a country where you're just surrounded by bugs and stuff, it's probably not as big a deal.
I mean, a lot of it is texture. Like, think about a shrimp, a company that's like taking care of the legs
That's it.
and got that out of the way. But like, you go get like a prawn that's really hasn't been processed and hasn't had the legs cut off, and you take a bite and you have their little feet in your teeth.
I have issues with things that have like, so you can go get crawdads and you can boil them up or whatever. Like if it looks like it did when it was alive, I have problem like psychologically I have a hard time eating it. if it looks like it did alive.
A lot of these bugs are prepared by removing wings and legs, so the creepiness does
Yeah, I
kind of...
might be able to get away with it then.
Okay.
All right, these are the most commonly eaten insect groups, but this isn't based on taste. This is just based on what people are eating. Number 1 is beetles, but then it's ants, bees, caterpillars, cicadas, crickets, dragonflies. That one's weird to me. Flies, just grab that. Grasshoppers, leaf bugs, locusts, termites, and wasps. So 2,100 edible insects in all. Quite a plethora to choose from.
Yeah, what a buffet.
Yeah, so let's paint a picture. According to a person at CNN, on a morning in the not-so-distant future, you might toast bread made with cricket flour, drink a protein smoothie made with locust powder, eat scrambled eggs made extra creamy with the fat from mopane caterpillars with a side of mealworm bacon. He also said, I've eaten termites, scorpions, beetle larvae, grasshoppers, silkworms, all very common. This guy is an entomologist named Jeff Tomberlin, who's at Texas A&M. I have had beetle larvae that was incorporated into a quiche. I've had bamboo worms that were fried like French fries. I've had termites that were smoked and served as an appetizer like peanuts. Or like your yummy cashews, Joe. As for the taste, it's sort of a nutty popcorn flavor, he said. The buttery flavor would be the fat of the insect, and the nuttiness would be the exoskeleton. That's some good exoskeleton.
That's some good eating right there. Woo.
Yeah. You guys, are you sold yet?
So here's the thing.
A little more.
You're talking about the powders and stuff like that. That's more along the line. I could get down with something like that because it's just, it's in a form that you're not thinking about it being a little creepy little crawler. It's it's a powder,
right?
So you'd sprinkle that on, or if it's like cooked into something. Like I don't love tomatoes, but if tomatoes are cooked into something, like I don't really think about eating it that way. So like same with a bug, I think I would get away with it.
You'd have to do the tomato thing to bugs. That's same with me. Okay, so we already do eat a lot of bugs. That's what we're getting to. The FDA allows for tons of bug parts in most of our favorite foods. According to FringeWeirdo.com, you can eat an average of 1 to 2 pounds of flies, maggots, or other bugs a year without even knowing it. That's actually the Scientific American. But if it's new to you, this information, don't panic. It is actually safe, it's expected, and it's not bad for you. Like, it's not these people doing a bad job. It's literally almost impossible to keep these things out of the food supply. But if you eat chocolate, pizza, or spaghetti, you're eating lots of insects and other things. But we'll just do insects. So the U.S. Food and Drug Administration allows for 30 or more insect parts and some rodent hair.
Too much!
In every bar of chocolate.
Rodent hair?
Rodent hair. It's difficult to keep them out. Just if you think about the process of how shipping and storing and all the farming. We'll get to more of that.
Listen, we did our best.
Yeah, exactly. Some of these are going to be a little off-putting. Nearly 2 maggots in a 16-ounce can of tomatoes or pizza sauce, and up to 450 insect parts and 9 rodent hairs in every 16-ounce box of spaghetti. And again, this is not because food producers don't know what they're doing, or they're gross, or they're cutting corners. It's just impossible. So even if you're vegan, when they plow the fields for your veggies, lots of little bugs and animals get caught up in the combines and in the process, so you're eating... I mean, it's very difficult. A lot of vegans have to go to great steps to eat non-animals. But popular things like peanut butter, the 16-ounce jar of peanut butter in your pantry, 136 insect parts before it's deemed contaminated. Now, these are tiny parts, so you're not going to like, oh, look at a head. But the chocolate one...
Thorax, maybe?
Yeah. Just open it up and a grasshopper's like...
That's good. Thorax.
That's a little too
much.
real there.
I like my thorax not in my peanut butter.
That's right.
Back to chocolate, just because we all like it
all
so
those
much.
insects means all the insect poop.
In every 4.4 ounce chocolate bar may have up to 74 insect fragments, which means...
What the fuck's going on in Willy Wonka's chocolate factory?
Yeah. Most people, if they eat a normal amount of chocolate, eat about 6,000 pieces of bugs in their diets each year just from the chocolate.
So we're already getting it.
What's a normal amount of chocolate?
I don't have that number here, but I did have it and I deleted it because I didn't think Joe Paisley would ask me that question.
Would ask that question?
So if bugs are so good for us, then why are so many people fat if we're already eating them?
Because you're assimilating it with a bunch of sugar and fat and other
that
things.
ain't my
White
fault.
flour. Also, coffee drinkers in the average coffee consumer, 140,000 insect fragments a year. I can't say insect, apparently. I just want to say insects.
Incest.
These last two are pretty nuts. Raisins. Just 1 cup of raisins can have up to 35 fruit fly eggs and 10 whole insects per FDA guidelines. Not bad for us. It's just not celebrated. Mushrooms, this one's 3.5 ounce can of mushrooms containing 19 maggots
And one dick.
and one dick
And a little axe in case you want to cut your dick off.
and tiny little mite axes and 74 mites. That's technically approved. You'll find this in broccoli, canned tomatoes, just most foods that are grown.
So funny.
You can't catch them all. It's just impossible to be a vegan almost. So here's another thing, and this will be the end of the deal. Bugs are also the ingredients on purpose in lots of foods. Like there's a thing called shellac, a substance that covers candy and other foods as well as other products. Shellac is a resin secreted by the female lac bug on trees in the forests of India and Thailand. It's an excretion of some kind. You could call it shit or sweat or piss, but that's shellac. And it makes your candy shiny.
Or she's
Yeah.
coming all over.
Who figured that out?
Right.
They're like, dude, this candy's not shiny enough.
That guy's job, like like,
I bet this
he's
Indian
going around,
bug
he's like,
piss will
he's
do
like
it.
fingering little. What was it again? The
Shellac.
yeah. What was the animal though, or that bug?
The lac bug.
Yeah, he's just fingering lac bugs.
It becomes an industry. I
Yeah.
was just doing it for fun. It was just
like-
a good time for me.
It's like
Isolated.
jerking off a horse and for mating and stuff.
or whatever.
Great job. Another
Great job.
substance just like this is called, I think it's called carmine or carmine. And it also gives candies that like red Skittles. They're ruby hue.
Carmine's the guy that owns a spaghetti restaurant.
Well,
and
he
he was in the
Well,
the
don't
mob.
trust that guy.
Yeah.
Well, he's also milking bugs for their little red hue poo.
Carmine sounds like a Midwest town. Carmine sounds like something I put in my car.
Well, you pick which one you want to call it. They're basically beetles. So these beetles, many companies have discontinued the use of these beetles because vegans found out, and that's obviously not vegan. And also a lot of people think it's gross. And Starbucks was the first company to say, okay, we'll
Gross.
stop making our strawberry stuff with bug ass.
We're going to go jerk off some bugs in India instead.
Now, it is still found in cherry and strawberry ice cream, in those flavors of yogurts, also in lipstick and eyeshadow. And in Europe, it's still in red M&Ms, which is probably safer than what we have, which is red dye number 40, which is probably made from not bugs.
And yellow 5 that makes mice transparent.
Yeah.
We learned about that.
All right, last little bug-related factoid. Figs. I love fig Newtons very much.
Who doesn't?
Yeah,
As much as the next guy.
right?
Just don't eat him in bed.
And now,
Like your mom.
now you're going to find out a little extra about them. They're made by fig wasps, which mate inside the fig, leaving it to blossom in their juices. So almost 100% you're eating some wasp jizz when you eat a fig Newton.
It not just wasp
That's
jizz,
what that is.
Like they fucked in a bed and it's just the sheets are wet.
And then some
they're
guy
just-
came in there and
they're
goes,
wringing that out. Like that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
But it'd be like this though. It'd be like
Yeah, tiny ring.
little tiny ring.
I bet this will be tasty.
Yeah.
So,
like, well, that is good.
so we definitely eat the bugs in
Yeah.
closing. Honey, figs. We can get barbecue treats at a ball game. Legal amounts in our favorite foods, and it's impossible to remove them. So don't be mad at farmers. That's my main point
That's
here.
good.
But next time,
Hug a farmer.
next time you drink a protein shake, you should be wondering if you're drinking the protein of a cricket or a mealworm.
Or the teenager that worked there and came in it.
You know what? What's funny about that is, as soon as you hear something like that, you can't not think about it.
Yeah, sorry.
Like I once heard that, I don't know how true it is, something about like chocolate milk, like the way that chocolate milk's made from the dead cows or something.
just
I don't
dirty
remember.
cows.
It's
They play in the mud.
They
Cow eye.
whatever they were saying one time, it was like every time, and I love chocolate milk. So every time I would drink a chocolate milk, that's all I could think about was like where it came from. And I don't even know if it was true at the time, but I was like, I just can't not think about that now.
Last parting thought, then we'll move on. That's what I've always said, Brian, when you talk about germs and bathrooms and stuff like that, right? And you're like, dude, and I've just the same thing about the world. I was like, it's not just here. It's literally everywhere.
No, I know, but when you can see it, that's
Oh, I
when
know.
it's
I
when you
know.
can see it.
You gotta get your brain out of there.
Yeah.
Like it's not crazier in here than it is.
Oh,
right out
I
there.
get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally get that.
Just stop being a pussy.
I just don't want to pee in the trough next to some guy that's hanging his dick on the
Eating a hamburger.
trough and eating a hamburger at the same time.
I hear you.
Bug burger.
I mean, who does? All right, let's get some good news. Let's move on. Zach!
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Hooray, we aren't doomed.
Yeah! All right, we're going to stick on animal stuff. Or whatever. This goat hopped into a Newfoundland marathon and won a medal.
Newfoundland.
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 Joshua the goat has become a star. Says Mayor Darren Bent.
Look at that picture.
Fucking Mayor. Who got a medal? Who's a good goat? God, that's so
Dude,
funny.
he's the best of all time.
He's the GOAT. As marathon runners made their way through winding forest pathways and residential roads on Newfoundland's East Coast on Sunday, they were joined by a four-legged competitor who has since become a sensation.
That was a bad idea.
The town of Conception Bay South. That's a shitty fucking town name. Where are you from? Conception Bay South. Hosted its first T-Railway Trek half marathon back on Sunday. When its 250 runners passed a local business called Taylor's Pumpkin Patch, Mayor Darren Bent said a new contestant spontaneously joined the race. God damn it, that's so cute. Like, imagine like what's running next to you. So they have a resident goat, Mr. Joshua. And when the runners went past the pumpkin patch, the goat decided, well, I'm not just going to stay here. I'm joining in. He's like, dude, these pumpkins are fucking boring.
Yeah, this is lame.
Fucking pumpkin this, pumpkin that. I'm getting out of here. Joshua ran alongside the runners for approximately 4 kilometers before his owners caught up with them, said Ben. So they also joined the race.
Where did Josh go?
Yeah, it just made the pumpkin. Don't steal any pumpkins! Mr. Joshua's fucking in the marathon! And then families are like, what? Like some kids in a bounce house are like, okay, you won't do it. Don't fucking touch the cider! I see you! I gotta get Mr. Joshua before he kills someone! So we very quickly put a medal around his neck and he became quite the star. Most people who actually ran the half marathon wanted their picture with Joshua at the finish line. This is the beauty of life. This is it. Just embrace this fucking chaos. He recalled
the chaos.
Yeah, he recalled he was waiting at the finish line at Topsail Beach when news spread the goat was running alongside participants. We didn't know what quite to make of it. We had just heard that the goat was running alongside the trail. That line didn't need to be in the story.
Nope.
I'm
telling you, they're just trying to get that quota of words.
Yeah. Joshua's owner, Jeremy Taylor, who was fucking arrested. He wasn't. In prison for 2 years, told CBC News he learned of the goat's aspiration for long-distance running through social media. He decided to break his collar, which he had on for years, and join the runners. It was after about going 2 kilometers, he was stopped around the water station.
He's just hanging out. He's hanging out by the water.
Funny.
Yeah.
Just like you're like you're just, you're filling water shit and you're just hearing used to hearing shoes.
Yeah, you hear hooves.
You just look up and a goat just like, ah. You're like hand him a water.
Yeah.
And he just takes off running again. You guys just fucking see that? Am I on fucking shrooms? Joshua quickly became the highlight of the race, which sucks for whoever won it.
Poor bastard.
Yeah,
broke the record.
Trained the whole year, broke the previous year's record, which was set by him. He's been looking forward to whatever the fuck the race was called
3
again.
years in a row.
T-rail.
This is the 3rd year running. He's going to break the record.
It's a three-peat. And fucking Mr. Joshua took it. Yeah. Get off the podium. He just put a goat up there. And he's like, dude, fucking hate this town. With the photos.
I only come back here once a year.
And it's just to kick the shit out of you fucking losers in the T-Railroad race. With his photos being shared hundreds of times on social media, Taylor said...
Hundreds of times.
Taylor said he heard from runners who decided to keep pace with Joshua, speeding up and slowing down as the goat and found another gear. Well, if you're slowing down, you're shifting down.
Yeah.
Everybody is talking about it, putting a smile on a lot of faces. This is my favorite part. So to have Joshua join the race, become a goat or a mascot star of the event is something we didn't expect. And we just delegated that he was the GOAT, right? So the acronym stands for greatest of all time. So here's that. The Joshua celebratory Joshua's celebrity tour isn't over just yet. He'll be dropping the puck at the CBS Renegades hockey game next week.
They're jumping the goat over here.
Oh my God. Drop it, Joshua! Slipping on the ice.
Whack face plant.
Dropping the puck. Get fucked.
Yeah, dude.
What else could we do?
Not everything has to go beyond.
They're the mayor's meeting with the pumpkin patch
This is our
owners.
chance.
He's like, what else is he good at? He goes, he just looks at pumpkins. It's got to be something.
You think he could sing the national anthem?
Yeah.
You think he could hold a puck? I don't know.
I'll say.
He just hands over and just like gives the go to puck, and he just like, you're in. And usually it's like honorary custom that the winner of the race gets to drop the puck, and that guy's in the crowd just wearing a jersey, says "fuck this goat." Joshua sucks dick.
That's why it's not even the race that he loves; it's that he wins the race and he gets to drop the puck.
And he's like a huge Renegades fan.
Yeah, and he's sitting. Yeah, he got they gave him front row ice. Glass.
He's 3 rows back, and there's a goat in the seat he's supposed to be in. Against the glass,
putting his hooves up on the glass,
fucking eating a pumpkin the whole time.
He's not fucking goat's not even watching the game.
Get your head in the game, goat. Like yanking on the collar. The owners don't even want to be there. It's like, why the fuck are we here with this goat?
The mayor sees it as an opportunity.
There's a huge, tall man in front of you. You can't even see the fucking game. And you're peeking over his shoulder, and there's a goat not even watching the game in your seat.
He's he's stealing food from the people sitting next to him. He's like his head
sticking his head in the popcorn bag, eating a kid's hot dog. Man. No, don't hit him. He won the race.
Stop hitting the goat.
He's changed lives.
You're sitting next to the goat, okay?
All right, hey, look what I found. Zach, roll it.
The internet is pretty wild. Depending on your browsing habits, you can either experience something super cool or go to prison. Crazy, right? Let's check it out together as a couple. Hey, look what I found.
Yes, that's awesome. And singing the national anthem this evening, honorary guest, Mr. Joshua. Can you?
Or is it America or is it in Canada? Remember Goat Boy from SNL?
Not much to say about this, but just an idea that I would never have, and I found it fascinating. World's first underwater cemetery is off this Florida beach.
Okay.
I mean, why not?
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, fuck it. Why not be part of something weird? So the cemetery is located 40 feet underwater in Biscayne Bay.
I mean, eventually we're going to run out of
land.
Yeah, places to put people, right?
Over 3 miles off the coast of Miami Beach. It was a group of businessmen in the area who had the idea, said Neptune Memorial Reefs Community Research Director Michael Tabers. Tabers told News 6, don't care, that the site had already been designated for an artificial reef, though nothing had been done with it. So anyway, these guys came up with the idea that when you get cremated, they're just chaining dead bodies to the ocean floor.
Floating up to the top.
That I would go see.
Yeah.
I was like, listen, you got 2 options. We're gonna go out. We're gonna do some diving today. You're like, okay, we can either go to your reef with your run-of-the-mill clownfish and a couple other fish, or go see some dead bodies chained to the ocean floor.
There's birds nibbling at the dead bodies.
Or you can watch those same fish eat dead bodies. Where do you want to go? I'm fucking going to the dead bodies every time. Just getting super close, underwater camera, taking a picture of some tropical fish nibbling on a titty.
Like an old titty. An old
secondhand titty.
What's the word I'm looking for? Deteriorating, decomposing.
Decomposing penis.
Yeah.
And this fish is just
it's just floating in the fish just nibbling at it.
It just eats it, then just shits. You're like, this is life.
I just watched a clownfish shit out bits of a
dead guy's dick.
Dead guy's dick.
Don't tell me I'm not having the best vacation ever. Florida. #Florida. But I mean,
instead of the Sunshine State, they changed the
name to fucking underwater cemetery place.
Dick
shitter. Dick shitter. This Dick shitter state. The way it works is simple. Customers cremate remains. They're mixed with water and turned into placements at the reef, which has been outfitted with several other concrete structures that serve as reef bulwarks.
So they work the they work him into like a statue.
Yes. And
They're still getting nibbled on.
No.
Turning it into a little reef.
Yeah. Did you really think? I said, I wish it was just dead bodies chained to the floor. You thought that was real?
No.
Okay.
No, but I mean,
they cremate them and then put them like into a little statue so you can go swim around and visit. And
But what I'm saying is that it's still going to collect like barnacles and shit, and so they're still going to. It's like a reef now.
Yeah, exactly. So it's still,
so you're still going to get nibbled on.
Exactly. So it's still part of it, but instead of like I don't know, it's how weird to say. But my dad wanted like just like a burial, and I know some people are like, I can't fucking imagine like just dead body in ground being consumed and going back into the world. My dad wanted that.
He didn't want a coffin?
No. Just open burial, yeah. So they lowered him in and
throw his body in a hole like they did in the old days.
Any last words?
Just throw him in the bog.
Any last words? You're like, I don't know, I've already said a bunch of stuff. I'm like, cool, and just kick him into a hole.
Hit him over the head with a shovel.
He wasn't even dead.
Yeah, and then push him.
He's already dead, and somebody just hits him with a shovel.
It's just part of the tradition.
Part of the thing, and just kick him in. They're like, you bury it, and hand you the shovel. And you're like, the fucking worst cemetery ever.
So hot, dude.
No, but he wanted to go back to the earth. He didn't want to be cremated. He didn't want all that energy to be wasted. He wanted to like feed
Make
the
a
earth.
tree.
Yeah. So anyway, that doesn't work for this. But
well, it could. It's the same concept,
right? So
you
it's
chain
just kinda,
him to the ocean floor.
No, again, they're cremated.
No, I know, but him, like, he would have wanted like old pirate style, just be chained
to the ocean floor. But I figured, why not? Like,
dude, how many dead bodies are attached to cement blocks in
they're a makeshift underwater cemetery?
Yeah, it's over in like the Hudson Bay or
the Spokane River.
Yeah,
nightmare. Don't swim in here. Why not?
They probably jumped off the bridge though. These guys are getting they're swimming with the finishes with the cement.
Yeah. Anyway, I just thought that was cool. So I never thought that was even an option. I never been like, can we do this underwater? Let's hear from some of the kids. Zach, run, fuck! Go! Push it! Zach! Fucking go! Hey, guys!
I'd like to, but the Stream Deck is not responding. I've unplugged it.
Okay, so let's just sit here. Brian will burp into the microphone, eat almonds, and drink soda until you figure it out.
You can do that.
Yeah, it's
here we go.
Nope,
not working.
I'm out of pop, so I don't want to end on almonds.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Try again. It'll turn back on.
No, it's been on. It's just none of the buttons are working. So I've unplugged it. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Only the one that switches between pages works. So
Well, should we just fucking skip it?
yeah, you can put it in later, I guess.
Yeah,
That means
or don't. Fuck it. Let's just go on to Hey Guys.
Okay.
Hopefully it turns on and you can play the rest of the segments.
I can't. I don't think.
You want to read this first one?
Sure.
Okay, go for it.
Our first email is coming from our daughter Bunny with an I. Greetings, fathers, and seldomly seen or heard Uncle Zach. I've made it 34 years without having any major surgery. The only thing I've had is a couple molars removed for braces as an adult. I finally a surgery. And
She must be high on pain pills.
yeah, and emergency one for that over the past weekend. I had to have my appendix removed. Not only was it an appendicitis, it was also parappendicitis, which is rare and often misdiagnosed and has a very high morbidity.
Morbidity?
But morbidity sounds better.
More titties.
I need more titty. At least you didn't get your titties taken.
So my dad used to always say.
33 things.
How could we slaughter this email more? Okay. This event occurred Sunday, September 20th. Second at
22nd. All right, want me to take over?
I think she did this with voice text. I think it has to be. This event occurred Sunday, September 20th. Second.
22nd!
At 6:00 a.m. I believe it was, and I was doing a previous night that made what?
Oh my God.
I believe it is what I was doing the previous night that made this happen. I was playing Forza 4 on my computer. Fun game. When I was going down one of the raceways, I saw in the air a absurd amount of hot air balloons. I called them out to my boyfriend, and he said, "Oh, we're all gonna die." We had a laugh and kept playing. Then the following morning, I am struck with severe pain and I have to go to the ER. I 100% blame the virtual hot air balloons. Nothing said to make me change my mind. Nothing said to make me change my mind. We are never safe from them. Stay safe, Bunny.
I mean, we don't know the power of these things.
Yeah.
Like, you just see them in a show, you could be fucking going into surgery the next day.
I
went for a hot air balloon ride, my sister died. Like, it fucking, the connection it's wild.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
She might be onto something.
And then you'll be shocked to know that our second email is also about hot air balloons. Mike writes, "Sup, fuck ponies? This is your fucked up kid, Mike." So I want to send this in because I was blown away, pun intended, about this info. So a while back, I sent an email about a hot air balloon crash landing out front of my house as a kid. Well, all around our area in Ohio, hot air balloons are a big deal.
You said areola.
Excuse me? My mom sent me these pictures a few weeks ago. I did not include the pictures, but there's just a bunch of fucking hot air balloons in her field. All these balloons landed in her yard after a test flight after being repaired. Now, I've never thought about how hot air balloons get fixed, but you would think there's some regulations or a professional shop, right? Fuck no! The pilots of these hot air balloons were telling my mom that a few miles away, which direction? There's a guy.
You never know.
I will leave his name out, probably, maybe, for legal reasons. And that he just fixes these balloons in his garage.
Gary's hot air balloon repair.
A fucking random dude's garage. Not some specialized shop for them. Just a fucking dude that casually fixes hot air balloons in his free time. What the fuck?
Not even his full-time job.
He's like, I don't know. I've had a busy day at the office. We fly tomorrow. All right, fly. Bring it in. Look, oh my God. So all these local hot air balloons are being fixed by some fuckstick messing around his garage at night. No wonder they crash all the time. I love the podcast and everything you guys do. I think I had decent grammar and for Brian, but I'm also drunk, so who the hell knows? Give me a sexy honk, Mike.
I'll give you the rest at the end of the show. That's a little tease.
Yeah.
No, they're not.
It's a good point.
It's not a wonder that they're crashing all the time because of this. It's because it's a terrible idea.
Just a fundamentally terrible concept.
Yeah. This guy's not helping.
I know, but thinking about, I never, because when I think about a hot air balloon, I think either the hot air balloon is all there, or it's on fire and everyone's dead.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I never think about like a hole in a bike tire. Yeah. And you're like, oh, I'm just going to patch this up. Yeah. Like, what, you just kind of hit a tree?
You put duct tape on the hole?
Like a hot air balloon, like just kind of maybe hit a little bit of a fucking telephone pole.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, no, you're all dead.
Yeah.
So to be like, oh, what happened this time? It's a pretty good sized hole. What happened? He goes, like, takes his hot air balloon hat off.
His captain hat.
Yeah, he takes it off. He goes, oh man, that intersection at 56th and Grand? Yeah. Hit the telephone pole.
A lot of dead.
I know that area. That's a hotbed.
I hit the street light. And he goes, oh, you're the second one this week. I know. He goes, I got you.
Do you think he has a guarantee in his repair?
I mean, that's between him and his lawyer.
It's like, I've got a 50. It's kind of
satisfaction guarantee.
Satisfaction.
Like, the hole's there. As long as it flies.
Right.
I mean, he's done his job. Where it goes from there.
Could you imagine if he repaired the hole?
Jesus, take the wheel.
That's supposed to be open? Like the hole that the flame goes into? He's looking around. He's like, oh, Jesus, that's a fucking big hole. Sews it all together and gives it back to the guy. And it just...
you didn't do it right. Yeah, can you imagine finding out he didn't do it right? 6 million feet in the air.
You're in the air. Oh, yeah. Shit.
Oh, shit.
Forgot
the hole just opens back up. All you see is like little residents of Gorilla Glue. And
it starts peeling off.
You're like,
the wicker basket comes unraveled.
Band-Aids. Yeah, the stitching comes undone.
You ever seen those ones that the guys are like, they're just in a chair?
Yes, the solo ones.
Yeah, they're just sitting in a chair.
In a lawn chair and floating around.
That's fucking crazy.
If you're going to... That's a way to go out.
Sure.
It's a really good bad idea, if that makes sense. All right, let's wrap this thing up. We're going to get off to the bonus content where we keep on talking. Patreon.com/CanYouDon'tPodcast. That's how you sign up. We appreciate all of the support. Everyone new, welcome to the party. And if you've been considering doing it, please do. because it's a huge part of why we're able to even do this show in the first place. Instagram and Facebook, you can follow us there. Also, the YouTube version, just search for Can You Know Podcast on whatever platform. Send things in to heyguys@canyounknowpodcast.com. That's the email address if you have a petty beef, something you want to see on Dick, a Would You Rather, or you saw someone die in a hot air balloon. Send it in. We want to know about it. Rate and review us wherever you listen to your podcast. Be sure to check out Call Me Uncle Zach's shows. Scatcast.com. That is scat with a K. And a big thanks to our babysitters that moderate the Can You Don't Playground on Facebook. Joke time!
Get that merch, though, before the time runs out.
We'll sign some shit.
Yeah.
They send in a hot air balloon.
Dude, they'll sit just like a goat. Just setting your goat in.
Send your goat in. We'll fucking
spray paint.
Take care of it.
Signatures on there.
Sign its tits.
Yeah.
Sign its tits.
We'll milk it and put it in a bottle and sign the bottle.
Drink it. Send back an empty bottle and a goat.
Fuck yeah, dude.
A happy ass goat.
Yeah. Oh, that goat will leave here happy.
We know how to, we've had a lot of experience.
Satisfy a goat. I mean, milk a goat.
Or whatever. Zach, play it!
I'd love to.
I was hoping for the best.
Me too.
Instinctually, I guess.
And we're back.
And we're back. Sorry, technical difficulties. I bet you won't be able to play the outro either.
Nope.
Nah, I'll put that in later. All right, so here's the joke. I got some sad news.
Oh.
My grief counselor died. He was so good, I don't give a shit.
Oh, wow. Do you think that actually works?
Grief counseling?
Like, because I still have incredible grief, and I just want to be done with it.
Yeah. Have you tried drugs?
Yeah, but I don't want to go that route.
Oh, meth will make you forget real quick.
I still have family that I need to function.
Oh, yeah. I think people are just built different. Some people need it. Some people don't.
Yeah. But I mean, does it work? That's what I'm saying. Does it work?
No, it has to do something.
I don't feel like it
Like you
works
don't know
for
how
me.
to process it. You don't know what to do with your brain. Some people can do it. Some people can't.
I don't think it would work for me because they'd be like, talk about it and be like, well, what's that going to do? I'm still going to think about it.
He's like, that's the first step.
You just want me to find Jesus. That's all you want.
You're fired. Get out of here.
That's all.
Terrible grief counselor.
That's all they want you to do is
make me forget.
Plug the hole with something else.
That's what my dad used to always say.
Instead of just keeping the hole there and thinking about the hole, you jam it in with something else.
Yeah, you fill the hole.
Yeah.
Anyway, have you been to Pornhub?
Yeah.
We got some good videos today.
Xvids.
All right, Zach, don't play it.
You got it.
All right, I'll add it later.
Oh.
Yeah, go ahead.
Bye.